that's kind of one aspect of the data.
Do you want to comment? Into the microphone. I think that was a pretty good description and really interesting results. Maybe I could. It was really a surprise to us. We applied a field, we thought we were coming out, but this very consistent, just straight around, very nice. And all the fields are starting to put in sort of a gap effect, but everything beyond the scale is stable. So it's quite a strong experimental signature, and I'm interested in which is how can one distinguish, do you think, between a limit where it really becomes some sort of local, but even if I apply a stronger field, then I'm going to drive I'm going to open the doublet too much. And then I presume that I'm all the way into what's called in between those glass space. What's the instrumental signature they
So in principle, at the in the spin liquid phase, you actually should have all the spin liquid signatures, so this photon, this Q scattering due to the fractional excitation, whereas in the first of all, if you apply a field and there are components along the z-axis directly couple to the local component, local z component of the spin, then you should see actually ordered moments along the z-axis, the local z-axis. Time versus degree. And of course, the ferromagnetic moment if you're applying the field.
Further questions? George, perhaps? Then we'll come here. I want to understand better this long-hammer doublet.
Yeah.
So if I put a transverse field, so in higher order I would still have a coupling with the transverse component of this effect between one half.
So what do you mean transverse? So the field actually, if you apply a real field, it actually couples to all the, there's no, the local z-axis all points in different directions.
No, I mean, initially, my analogy was one single
So you couple, so the real magnetic field will couple only to the local z component of the spin. Because the other ones are time reversal even, still with time reversal off, you don't couple to that. You only couple to the local z component.
Like I would think that, if you apply transfer field, you go, virtually to the S equals 0 state, and then come back, and in second order, H square 1 B, where the single item state, I can provide the coupling.
Yeah, you're talking about the higher crystal field level. Is that what I guess that's what you're talking about. Then,
I'm talking about this example of spin 1.
Yeah, which would correspond to so the zero state, would correspond to the higher crystal field level in the real system. Then yes, sure. But so the whole point here is that we have to place ourselves in a situation where this delta here is large enough so that the zero level in the toy model is very, very far. So that you're
pain.
Yes.
So I break that.
Yes.
So in what sense it's strength which so even?
So the SX and SY components are time reversal even. So you've broken time reversal, but it's not into the coupling to the SX and SY component. It's due to the coupling to the SD component. Or due to the coupling to, say, higher order stuff.
Okay, we're going to come here, and then we're going to go that way. So I wonder, in the classical spin ice, there's actually out of equilibrium freezing of the spin, right? So how does this out of equilibrium phase interfere with your spin liquid?
So the spin freezing, not super familiar with this. So the spin freezing, so you have to, I guess, compare energy scales. So if you have, so the spin freezing, I think it's supposed to happen, I think it's actually order, which is supposed to happen because you have a longer range than just local. You have actually dipolar interactions, which are longer range, actually make the spin order magnetically.
Yeah, ideally, but the spin ice phase is not order, right? But
well, the spin ice phase is, if you have a small temperature, ideally, then it is in the thermal spin liquid regime, which has to fluctuate between all the two interwell components.
in holmium titanate, there's a frozen state below about 0.6 Kelvin. So there's a break between the field cooled and zero field cooled factorization or susceptibility. That's a distinctive feature of, I think, both holmium titanate and exposure.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how to answer this question right, but so my feeling, anyway, if I just had to give you an answer, would be that the spin freezing is just due to the fact that your system is actually just has this busy decoupling, and it freezes because it doesn't know what to do. Maybe there's some impurities. Then as soon, at least theoretically, as soon as you have something else that will come to be, I guess, somewhat large enough to overcome this tendency, maybe due to some impurities that spin here, then the quantum spin liquid should exist. Maybe it should exist around those impurities. I don't know.
Okay, we're going to come here first. Go ahead. Yeah. Can you go back to your phase diagram again, the one with the H bar and the delta H? Okay, sorry for asking you this. Yeah. It's the both glass phase coupled to photon is very interesting. So how much do you know about this phase so far? Like if you calculate the SVSD correlation function in the photon phase, will we power law here as well, or?
So here it's power law.
Yeah, it's like the both glass phase coupled with photons.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. So in this, so here they don't have gauge fluctuation.
Why is that?
It is this picture. You don't have in the both glass picture. So where this was derived in this model.
Sure, in the model there's no gauge fluctuation, right? But actually you couple the gauge.
So I don't. So then we go to this, and I have a question mark because I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But then I haven't actually calculated anything.
Okay. I have another question about, so let me finish my another question. So, okay. So here, so we know that without any disorder, between the photon and that preview, is it a Higgs phase or combined phase?
Yeah,
Sorry?
It's the Higgs phase.
Yeah, we know the touching in first order, right?
Yeah, so then you should actually, so this is kind of a cartoon, then you should just have a fourth order transition here, and then the stack goes up.
Okay.
My turn.